那请问你们去过法国吗？
没有去过，
都没有去过。请问2位去过法国吗？
没有，
都没有。那会想去吗？
不会，
都不会想。请问你们去过法国吗？
没有，
都没有。那会想去吗？
会，蛮想去的。
请问你们去过法国吗？
去过，没去过。
去过，这是第一个我们问到去过的。
是吗？太拍了，太开心了。
为什么你会去法国？
因为我去拍时装周。
几位有去过法国吗？
都有。没有。哎，我举手，我说我有。
都是有。
主持人，NG 了。
为什么会去？
因为我们学校跟法国的里尔，一个在北部的城市的某一间学校是那个姐妹校，然后我们每年都会进行短期的交换，所以我去法国去了2个礼拜，去了里尔跟巴黎。
哇哦 ，Très bien
那你对法国人有没有一些就是像是觉得法国人就是比如说有很多名牌啊这样子的偏见之类的？
就是女人的天堂吧。
那还有一些吗？
他们的风景都很美啊，然后西方国家的那些美食都很不错，因为我本身比较偏喜欢吃西餐，然后西方国家的食物。
讲过，
可以多讲一些吗？
法国很臭啊，
很臭。
对，没有很漂亮，就巴黎铁塔稍微好看一点而已。怎么了？破坏你们的梦想了吗？有这样子对你们？
有啦，我们都没有去过。
哦，好，那有什么想问？
时装周是
巴黎的时装周。对，
那去那边工作吗？
去那边对，去那边工作。对。
那法国人有没有什么刻板印象？因为我们作业就是想要看看台湾人对法国人或法国有什么刻板印象。
法国不是很浪漫吗？还是很绅士？法文讲起来，女生是会觉得很浪漫。
对啊，
是吗？
法文讲起来会比较浪漫啊。对，但刻板印象就是他们会很热，他们跟台湾一样热情，他们的热情的方式有点比较俏皮的感觉。台湾人比较少会就是跟你服务生会跟俏皮，服务生就是服务生，但他们的服务员就是会可能是一些大叔，他们就会很开心的跟你玩，然后跟你去，也许是喝酒或什么，会表演给你们看，对，等等的，这是他们的服务会比较不一样。但他们的服务好是这个地方，坏的地方是他们会自行的改餐点，他们也很 free，对，所以可能叫外送，像 Foodpanda 10分钟15分钟就到，他们那边至少1个小时2个小时才会到。对，
送来的东西还是
送来的东西会帮你改，因为如果没有的话，比如说没有牛肉汉堡，他帮你送猪肉汉堡。对。
好酷啊！那你会讲法文吗？
我不会，我只是去工作而已。
对不起。
干嘛生气？
没有，我只是讲给他听，因为他刚刚已经问我工作了。
讲到工作就不开心。
对啊，
因为我想说，可能会讲一些。
就有一些会而已，像比如说。他们早上是说 Bonjour 嘛，
对，
但他们晚上下午的时候，大概这个是法国人跟我讲，他说3点，没有5点6点的时候他们会变Bonsoir。
老师
对，我们会变Bonsoir。
好厉害，
厉害吧？
厉害。
谢谢的时候要讲什么？要讲谢谢要怎么讲？会不会
？Merci。
对，那你要更有礼貌一点的时候，对。
Merci 什么
？Merci beaucoup。
Merci beaucoup。
对。好，我也只会这样而已。
好 ，OK 啊，
谢谢。
没有的话，有什么想象吗？关于法国的浪漫？这边是 Bonjour， 然后这边浪漫。没有的话，那对法国有什么想象吗？
就是很浪漫，然后有点复古的感觉。
复古的感觉，
对，但又有点时尚。但又有点时尚。
fashion。OK， 没有的话，有对法国有什么想象之类的吗？
就是巴黎铁塔了，
对啊，就是铁塔，然后
巴黎铁塔
人都很怎么讲？
很高，
很高很热情，金发碧眼，
蛮浪漫的啊，
艺术气息吧，
很浪漫。
来，
没有的，巴黎铁塔。
法国面包很硬
法国面包很硬。
这是真的，法国面包真的超级硬
啊，然后扒手很多。
那你对法国人有什么偏见吗？不，就是刻板印象啦。
法国人吗？
法国人或法国都可以。
好，法国就感觉是一个很浪漫的国度，对。然后他们的面包很硬吧？ 对，然后上面可能会撒些大蒜之类的，对。然后他们，我对法国有一个偏见，就是他们的语言都会有那个的那种，对，
真的，
对，所以他们应该很，就是那个喉咙可能会有一些烟酒嗓之类的，蛮厉害的。
我们学的就是喉咙很痛。
好，然后那有对法国跟法国人有什么刻板的印象吗？
刻板印象。
对，刻板。Bonjour。
他们刻板印象口音很重，
口音很重。
我觉得口音很重，就一听就知道不是美国的，就是
有时候在讲英文的时候口音很重。
对，就是他们会有一些腔会特别重。
Boblin 之类的，
然后就 Hello
没变。
然后那有对法国或法国人有什么刻板印象吗？
法国可能不洗澡吧，
不洗澡，
然后都喷香水
啊。
香水是真的。
听说他们很香啊。
应该香水分重。
OK 好，谢谢。你们对法国或法国人有什么那个刻板印象？
那法国人讲话都很优雅。刻板印象啊，就是优雅。
就是我觉得只是法文那种语言听起来很优雅，
就法文听起来很优雅，
就是这样听起来就是那种很中低的那种感觉。好像傻巴不说那种
听不懂，但是好像很优雅。
但是就是因为法文听起来很优雅，所以我学过1年的法文。
嘿，秀一下。谢谢下一位。
Paradise of Women.
Yeah.
We'll start with that. So, in my opinion, not think there is a Paradise of Women. What do you think?
Not really, to be honest. I mean, it depends on what. But I think like for cosmetics, maybe. But otherwise, I don't see how it is a paradise for women.
Yeah, me too. Maybe for men, but we don't know. Yeah.
One thing that stuck out to me was like the guy that went to France, and when he said that everything stinks, that only the Eiffel Tower was like pretty and beautiful in the scenery. So I'd say that I agree. Like I think he went to Paris, and so I agree because like in Paris it can stink a lot because of like I don't know why, but I completely disagree with the fact that the Eiffel Tower is the only pretty thing in Paris because I think everything else is pretty but the Eiffel Tower. Like the Eiffel Tower is just a bunch of like metal and
monuments we have.
Steel.
Yeah. And we have like a lot of things to see in France, like the Alps or also the sea. We have a lot of variety of landscape, and I don't think like the Eiffel Tower is the only thing that are beautiful.
Yeah, there's like so many different types of sceneries in France. Like the Eiffel Tower is not the only pretty thing. It's just one landmark, but then that's it. It's just a bunch of steel.
Yeah. For the romantic side, we'll say we are a bit romantic, but not as much as romantic, I would say.
Yeah, I think that we're as romantic as everyone else in the world. Like guys and friends don't really romantic, like the majority, I think. So I think it comes from the movies and maybe the songs that were romantic, but really it's just like average.
Yes, or maybe also the atmosphere, but it's like normal. And I think maybe like in K-drama or C-drama, it's maybe better like than us.
Yeah.
I mean, some men in France, Frenchmen, not that romantic, I would say.
Not really. They don't stick out.
Yeah. For food delivery, the guy said it was super long. But
I think compared to Asian countries, I think it's really slow. But I don't know myself because I don't order things like that a lot. I don't order food online, so I don't really know. But compared to Asian countries, maybe it's like way slower.
And you don't know, but in France things are quite slow. Like the train, the train are always late. The administration is quite long to have an appointment and things like that. So I think it's something cultural in France. Everything is take time, and yeah, so we kind of have the habits to live like that. And maybe in your country, in Taiwan, is more fast than us.
Yeah, I think Asian countries are faster than us.
Yeah.
Like we do everything slowly, so if you're not used to that, it can be frustrating, I think.
For fashion, I think we have a great sense of fashion.
Yeah, but I think like you'll see the best out of it in Paris compared to little cities. Because where we live, like there are many fashionable people, but compared to Paris, there are definitely less people that have good sense of fashion or that wear beautiful clothes. But I think we do have a good sense of fashion in general.
I think so. And we heard a lot, twice, French bread is hard. And
it was a surprise.
Yeah, and we are not really agree with that, because for us, maybe like the external of the bread is hard, but inside it's very soft. And we discussed with Fanny, and we think maybe it's something cultural, because when in your country you have more soft bread, and you have the habit to think it might be like something soft, but for us it's something a bit hard and a bit soft, because we also have like hard bread, but sometimes we give it to pig or we eat it, but we put milk and eggs, so it's better and soft. So for us, our bread is not hard.
Yeah, I've never thought about it. I've always thought that it was like normal bread. So I never thought it was hard. So yeah, that was a surprise. And also there's like one guy that said that we put garlic on our bread, but I've never heard of it. I don't know about you, but I've never heard of like putting garlic on bread, like except like special bread, like our baguettes, like the bread that we eat every day is just like just flour and there's no garlic.
No.
I was shocked. I was like, huh? Garlic?
What? Also something shock us is when they said we don't take bath and we use a lot of perfume.
We use perfume to hide that, but
no, we take bath every day.
We take a shower every day, don't worry.
And we like using perfume after. It depends on the person. Some person like to take like shower of perfume, we'll say. Some other don't. They will just use nothing. But after, I think it's like depend on the person.
It's people used to do that like centuries ago, like hundreds of years ago maybe. But now everyone like showers. Like we all have a shower, and we shower every day. We just like perfume in general. Maybe because like in the public transport people can stink a lot, but that's just sweat. Like I think when we sweat we smell more than maybe Asian people. But But otherwise, no, we shower every day. That was very funny.
Yeah. And also, French people have a strong accent when they speak English. I would say yes, but it depends of the person. It really depends. In general, yes, they have like a strong accent. You can recognize them.
Yeah.
But after, if they went abroad or if they had an accent, they could speak a great English. I think you can see on both of us, we speak, I imagine, a good English, if not a strong English, a French accent. I hope so.
I hope so too. I mean, we've worked hard on our English, so I don't think we have a strong accent, but if you don't you meet a French person that does not really learn English seriously, or it's not like their passion, yes, they'll have a strong accent. Compared to like maybe German people, they barely have an accent because like their accent and English American accent, they're quite similar. But with us, like with French, it's different because we have harsh sounds like F. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah. And we heard also they said we have a husky voice.
Husky voice, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends. Like it depends on the person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everyone has a different voice. Like I guess in Taiwan you can have people with like a husky voice too.
Yeah, I suppose. I think it depends really the person.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of like French people with high pitched voice, so I don't know.
Also in Paris there is a lot of pickpocket. That is true because we are in the capital. But if you go somewhere else, normally they're not as much pickpocket. But you need to be quite careful with your belongings, because you cannot like put your phone on the table when you go to a cafe, because you can be stolen, or just like put money in the table. You need to be careful. I mean, especially in France.
I think all throughout Europe you have to be careful about your belongings, and especially in Paris. Like if you go into the metro in Paris, you have to just hold everything tight to your chest so that no one will steal anything. Like even us, when we go to Paris, because we're not from Paris, obviously, we are very careful and kind of scared that like we're going to be stolen. So yeah.
Yeah, true.
What else?
About the food, a lady said we have very amazing cuisine. I think so. We have like a variety of dishes and pastry, and yeah, I found it very interesting, and we have like a kind of history behind it.
Yeah, I think this is like a personal tastes, so it was interesting. But I would say for me, I think I prefer Italian food, because I'm more Italian. Like my family comes from Italy, but I'm French, so I prefer Italian food, and it's much more to my taste and my liking than French food. But objectively speaking, French food is it's good, but it's not my taste personally. There's a lot of like dishes with meat and sauce, and I'm not really that fond of sauces in general. So yeah.
Yeah, after I think it depends your taste and what you like. The dishes also, because some dishes for some people will be excellent and other not really good. Depends also of the person, I would say.
And also like people in the video said that we are elegant, or we speak elegantly, right? They say that.
Yeah.
And it depends on where you live. Because if you live in the north of France, you will meet like a lot of people with very strong accents. Even where I live, like if you go a bit like in the countryside, you will meet a lot of people with like strong accents, and those accents are not elegant at all. They're funny, but they're not really elegant. So maybe like in common French, like the way Parisians speak it, or yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, I think that's too. Yeah.
So yeah. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you. See you soon.